Hey guys, it's David from theunlocker.com, and today we're going to do a quick review of the Acer Liquid. Okay, if you're not already there, head over to theunlocker.com, spelled like that in the address bar, and search for our phone review on the Acer Liquid. Okay, since this phone does run on Android, and it runs on Android 1.6, you can click on the link there or the donut in order to get a quick overview of how Android works, the basics of it, the text messaging apps, the market, everything like that, and how Android 1.6 more specifically works, and then come back to this whenever you're ready to see the rest of the review. Also on this page you'll find images and specifications for the Acer Liquid as well. Okay, first we'll do a quick unboxing, just show you really quick what comes in the box. Okay, so you have your phone, obviously. Pull this up, you're going to see your manuals and your CD-ROM and your warranty information. Box also slides out like so, and in here we have our charger adapter. Comes with a micro SD card, wired headset, and USB cable. Okay, so first the hardware of the device itself. On the front here, we have a 3.5-inch capacitive touchscreen with 480 by 800 pixel resolution. There's also a proximity sensor up here that shuts the screen off when it gets near your face so you don't accidentally tap the touchscreen with your cheek. We have the 4 standard Android buttons down here at the bottom. Home, search, back, and menu. These buttons on the Acer Liquid are touch sensitive, so they're not physical buttons, they just kind of respond to the touch of your finger. At the top, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack, so your standard headphones will fit in here. On the side we have a volume rocker to control the volume, and also a camera button, which I always like to see on phones, because I feel it's the most natural and probably the quickest way to ever take a picture since you hold a camera like that anyway. On the bottom here we have a mini USB port, so any mini USB like BlackBerry etc. would fit in there, chargers. On this side here we have a on-off switch which also locks and unlocks the device. On the back we have a 5.0 megapixel camera. There is no flash, which I personally think camera phones should all have flashes, at least some type of flash, because otherwise low light pictures don't really work too well. So you're probably going to be taking a lot of inside brightly lit areas or outside in broad daylight pictures with this type of a camera. And then, to pop off the back, we have our 1350 milliamp battery. If you remove the battery, which actually has like a little clasp here to lock it in, which is unique. You have your SIM card slot, and you have a micro SD memory card slot, which is capable of using up to 32 gig memory cards. Okay, on the inside of the device, we have a 768 megahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon 8250 processor, and we also have 256 megabytes of RAM. Okay, since this is an Android device, the apps, the menu items, the overall user experience is going to be pretty much the same as any other Android device. So if you're curious about Android, you're just not familiar, we have a link right underneath this video on our website to check out our Android 1.6 overview. Android 1.6 is the version of Android that this phone is running. So go ahead and take a look at that to catch up on how Android works, the messaging app, the market, etc. Okay, what separates different Android handsets, since they share the same OS, market for downloading apps, etc., is the hardware. So what Acer has in hardware that shines on the Android is a decent 3.5-inch screen, which is the same size as the iPhone screen, for those that don't know. The processor, the 768 megahertz processor makes this thing super smooth. You can flick through pages really easily through your home screens. Very responsive. Apps open pretty quickly. Scrolling. Now, some manufacturers also add in their own software in the form of widgets, custom user interfaces, or apps. Acer didn't add a custom user interface to the Liquid, but they did add a few apps and some widgets. One of the new apps they added is a shortcut to the phone's popular settings like turning on and off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, changing the brightness, etc. It's called Acer Settings. Another app that they add in here, which isn't really an app, is Acer Sync. Basically, it's just a shortcut to the regular settings sync account in the Google operating system. One of the other things, Acer includes a copy of Documents to Go Viewer. You can click on that, and it allows you to view Word, PowerPoint, PDF, and Excel spreadsheets. In order to be able to edit those spreadsheets, though, you need to pay for the full version, so keep that in mind. One useful little app that Acer adds is called Media Server. Basically what this does is it allows the phone to share its music, videos, pictures, etc. with any other computers that are nearby on the same network. You just got to put in the settings here, show the contents, and then your other PCs will be able to access stuff. Two other apps on here are Road Sync Calendar and Road Sync Mail. They're basically just apps that allow you to use Exchange to sync your mail and your calendar. Another app is Spinlets, which is basically a kind of like a Pandora type thing where it shows you music and you can listen to different songs, choose by genre, etc. The last app that they add on here is called Your Foos. It's basically an app that allows you to create an avatar and then use that avatar to chat with other people and kind of use it as a social networking thing. And there are also a few widgets that Acer added on here. So if we click Add, click on Widgets, you'll see one of the ones that they add in here is the Road Sync Calendar, which is basically just a widget for the app by the same name that displays your latest events from your Exchange calendar. They also have Spinlets and Your Foos widgets, which are just used to display information from those apps. Some of the more interesting ones are the Web Player Widget, they call, which basically just shows you a thumbnail of your bookmark and a scrollable little widget here on the side. And then a similar one called Media Player Widget, which does the same thing for your pictures. You can have the top, music, and videos. Okay, that's pretty much it for our Acer Liquid quick review. If you're wondering why we didn't go over things like messaging and the market, etc., it's because it runs Android and the experience with those kind of apps is going to be the same throughout any Android phone for the most part. So if you're curious about those type of features, just scroll down beneath this video on our website, and there's an Android 1.6 overview that you can click on, and that video will show you all those type of things.